Oh, it took me 2 weeks to clean up after my renters moved. This is my artist studio rental that I rent to like artists. Come on in, take a look. Now this actually used to be an artist painting studio. That's why all the windows. It's actually 12 feet by 27 feet. This is actually a nicer kitchen than is in my house. I spent 2 days making this. I just went down to Lowe's and got, because it only needed 3 cabinets. I went with the gray because I just thought, well, it might be a little too plain. But I just have the sink cabinet, the Lazy Susan cabinet, and then the 3 drawers. So it only took me a couple hours to really put in the cabinets, but the countertop actually took me like 2 days because I did the integral bowl right here, which is nice and clean. I did the same thing in my motorhome, if you've seen that. The new faucet, I went with the black handles, and then all of these, and then I did the coved backsplash. So all of this is all one piece glued in. It's all flush, so there's no water. You don't have to worry about any of that silicone. That's the beauty of using solid surface countertops. This is called Staron, and is a Korean-made product. And of course, with every kitchen I do, I always do a cutting board. Why do you always do a cutting board? And these are my signature series. I do like an apple, and I have a couple other designs. But the reason you do this is because I don't want whoever's in here, like a renter, to be taking a sharp knife and cutting up my countertop that I spent several days making and putting all these knife marks into it. So you give them a cutting board, that avoids the problem. It does have a full-size fridge. This actually came out of my house. And but you get a full-size fridge. Somebody, and past renters that had kids, broke all the handles, but it still works. Now this is a super cozy couch, I'll tell you. It has its own AC with heat. I actually just put this light in here. It actually had a shop light in here, and I thought, you know, a shop light, because it was a shop, it was an artist studio, but to make it more homey, we needed to go with more of a home style light, and then 2 ceiling fans. So this bed is pretty cozy. I actually got this bedroom set. It's a Tommy Bahama's Cindy Crawford bedroom set. And I bought it used off of Facebook because I wanted that tropical feel, right? So I wanted all the bamboo and, you know, the kind of a feel like up here. Now this bed was actually a king-size bed when I bought it, which is way too big for this space. And and it was a sleigh bed. So you know how sleigh beds, they curve up. So they curve up and then they curve this way on. And the curve pulls the bed away from, it has to be super far away from the wall. I mean, it was just way out. So I actually spent 2 days cutting this bed so that it was more straight up and down, and took the sleigh bed part off. And I remade the end board so that it was straight up and all the way to the down. But I literally spent 2 days taking a saw, cutting this all up, gluing it all back together, making it smaller from a king size to a twin. Why did I do that? Why did I cut up a super expensive Tommy Bahama's bed? Because it didn't fit. I actually spent a lot of time, because it wasn't even like this. It was like super tall, and then it was curved, right, for part of the sleigh bed. So it would. I think it took up most of this space, so I couldn't have any walk room, which is why I did this. So I literally cut all this up and glued it back together, and then I had to redo the end caps right? So that I had the same kind of a bamboo feel to it. Now, on this headboard, I actually carved in the tops of it and recarved it in there. So this is the king-size bedroom set left over. I literally took a saw and just cut this king-size bed into little pieces. Little Tommy Bahamas. It was a really nice bed, but it's a more usable bed now that it's a twin, because these Florida homes and smaller spaces, you can't fit a king-size bed in them. And actually, Tommy Bahamas, Cindy Crawford line, they make them in queen and king. You can't even get a twin. 2 days to change the king into a twin. I saw this used for like $100 on Facebook Marketplace. I just thought it would be cool to put it in here. It's not fully hooked up, but when it is, it's just going to be a pretty cool little space because it didn't really have a shower in here. And I thought this would just really trick it out. I don't know. Tell me what you think about a tub. The open feel of a tub in this space. So there is some space to put the blankets and towels if you need to, right up there. All of this is really nice. I didn't have room, but I do have the 2 end tables, and the green lamp with the pelican kind of brings in the green from the kitchen to bring in some more tropical colors. I did just add these blinds, the same color as the bedroom set, more of the mahogany color, and then I added all of these curtains to make it more homey. And every time I rent this, the renters always tell me, oh, we're going to fix it up, right? So I just rent it as is. Over like the 4 or 5 years I've had this place rented, nobody's ever fixed it up. Nobody ever did the kitchen, and I was renting to people that were in the construction field. They never ever did anything. They never added curtains. So I said, look, now that it was vacant for these couple weeks, I said, look, I'm just going to take time. I'm going to furnish it, because nobody ever put decent stuff in here. They always were just sleeping on the floor and stuff. And that's why I went ahead and did it fully furnished this time. I don't know. Tell me, are you an artist? Would you rent this as an artist studio down here in Florida? This is a pretty nice piece of furniture right here. It's all got that bamboo feel to it. It's got marble right here. It does have a couple drawers in here. I don't know. Do you really need a closet? Because there's no closet in here. And I just figured if I put a whole bunch of drawers, you'd be okay. Do you need a closet? I do have some extra material here. I'll either use this in the camper, in the VW camper van maybe, or in this camper, or maybe in my bathroom. I don't know. I got a couple extra little pieces left here. And there you have it, a quick tour of my rental artist studio.